Hi guys, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, thanks for finding me. I do videos on planning, on bullet journaling, on doodling, on lettering, and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm really glad you clicked play on this episode. So today's video is my first bullet journal spread. I am super excited and a little bit nervous, but I'm going to be doing a memory page for 2020. I am writing memories that happen in my life and things that happen in the world because what a crazy year it was, right? So let's jump right in. So, is anyone else intimidated by a new notebook with all its blank pages? I know I am. I did do a name page. I didn't do this on camera, but I did a name page, and at least I wrote in it so far. But my first page in my bullet journal, real page, I'm going to do it now with you guys. So I have penciled it in. And basically what it is a memory page for 2020. I have these little clouds here, and one is going to be for each month of the year. Just little highlights from my life and also things that happened in the world. So let's get started. I'm going to use Acrylograph pens. If you don't know what they are, I will get them for you and show you. So these are the colors I'm using though. I'm going to use these three colors. Right here, here, and here. They are from different sets. Let me get the sets so I can show you. Okay, I was wrong. I'm not going to be using this color blue. I'm going to be using this color blue because it's lighter and I think it's going to match these colors better. So I have three sets here. These are all the 3mm tip, which are the thicker pens. So the blue one I got from this Jewel collection. I mean, not collection, selection. I got it from the Jewel selection pack. And then the gray one I got from Tropical Selection. And then the pink one I got from Warm Fall Selection. All these are going to be linked in the description box. So if you'd like to purchase anything at Archer and Olive, I'd appreciate it if you use my link. It's always in the description box. So also you can get 10% off if you use the code PWB10. So check that out. So basically these are paint pens. These are not like felt tip or anything like that. They're very different from your normal pen. And when you start using these pens, you have to, they come, let me see if I can find one that's not ready. They come like this, and the paint is not like to the tip. So you have to go first shake it really good. And you have to go like this and push it and hold it there until the ink comes out. It takes like a minute or so. It's not that bad, but you do have to prepare them before using them. You can layer these on top of each other. And once they're dry, you can also write on them with other pens. So that's I'm going to be doing some of that as well. I am probably going to be using, for the black pen, I'm probably going to be using this Stabilo 0.88. Thought I'd try something different because I was testing my pens last night and I actually really, really liked this one. And I bought it months ago and never really used it. So I'm going to try it in this spread. It's nice and dark. And it is smooth and really easy and doesn't catch. So I'm going to see if I like this pen. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I'm doing is coloring in 2020 and some clouds in pink. I did notice that I had to put 2 coats on for the pink because it wasn't coming out as opaque as the others. I don't know if I did something wrong when starting the pen, but the other ones were fine as far as just 1 coat. So here I'm just writing memories at the top, and then what a weird year at the bottom. I decided, I know that it's white so you can't really see it, but I can kind of tell anyway, so I thought that would be a good idea. So now I'm taking that Stabilo pen and I'm outlining the clouds. Okay, I just had to stop the voiceover for a minute and show you something. So I am really, really happy with this side. and I'm not happy with this side. So what happened was I had originally planned to outline the clouds on the outside too. But now that I'm looking at it, like I think it looks really much cooler this way. And I'm wondering, since these markers, these paint pens are opaque, darker colors I think would color over the black. But like this pink and stuff, I just don't think it's possible. But I'm going to do like a separate test on another piece of paper just to see, because I would love it if it looked like this. I don't think it's possible, and that's okay. I can keep going like this, but I'm just going to test it out first to see. So January started off great. We all thought it was going to be the best year ever. In some ways, it was a great year for me. I started my Patreon in January. I also started a new relationship with my boyfriend, Mike, and I hit 25,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I also wanted to put a couple of things that are going on in the world in that cloud as well. Next up, February, I went on a trip to Austin to visit my friend Marielle. So I'm just drawing this little suitcase. I think it's super cute, and just coloring in parts of it in that same gray pen that I used for the cloud. That was the last trip I've taken. I really miss traveling. I am just writing a couple of things going on in the world, like Trump was acquitted. I was watching Ozark, so I put that in there. And then let's see what else is there. Oh, I wanted to draw a little Valentine's Day card, just a little doodle for February. If it seems like I'm skipping around on this page, I was. When I filmed this, I assumed I was going to fast forward the whole thing, and then I realized I spun my page around so much that when I put it in fast motion, I felt dizzy. So I had to break this up into clips, and I kind of did a little bit at a time because I didn't want to put my hand on the paper and smear things, so I moved around the page. Anyway, March was the month that went kind of crazy, as you know, so I just wanted to mark some things down in here about the pandemic. There was no toilet paper, so I drew that in here. TikTok became super popular. The stock market crashed. All that stuff I just thought would be really interesting to look back on in future years. In April, we learned all sorts of interesting new terms like social distancing, 6 feet, curbside pickup. I also decluttered my house, so there was that. But we need to document masks and, of course, Tiger King. I thought that was just really funny to put in here. May was a really great month for me. I was selected to be a Happy Planner Squad mentor, which was a huge honor. Zoom calls became a thing for pretty much everyone. And I quit my job at Remax, which was huge for me. I started working on Planning with Bumble full-time in May, and I'm so glad that I did. Also, it's important to mark down the death of George Floyd, which led to the Black Lives Matter protests in June. So obviously that was a big thing going on in the United States, and I wanted to mark that down here too. Also, I started drinking a lot of red wine. Things were crazy last year, right? Also, I really started working out a lot in June, and I started doing Beachbody on demand. So I thought I'd mark that down. I was doing Morning Meltdown 100. July was a crazy month in my life. My daughter Allie got COVID, and I was pretty much homeless for a couple weeks. She was the first person I've known to have it, and that was a little bit scary. I started doing Dipwell nails though, and that was fun. And then my daughter Heather got into a bicycle accident, and she broke her elbow. She had to get surgery, and I had to go down to Virginia to help her out for like a week. Here I am just drawing a cast. That was a little hard to draw. So yeah, I wanted to mark that down. So my trip to Outer Banks got canceled. So July was not so great at my house. But hey, here's some fireworks. August was definitely a better month for me. I started teaching Michael's Zoom classes for the Happy Planner, which was very, very scary for me, but I faced my fear and it turned out fine, and it's been going great ever since. I love teaching those classes. I am just switching up the lettering here because that's what I've been doing on each of these clouds. Just making some of the lettering big, some of the lettering small, different styles, different colors. I just think it makes it much more fun. So I also lost 15 pounds in August, and I'm just drawing a couple icons here, a little sun for the summer And then this one is a Zoom icon. And yes, we had 6 million coronavirus cases in the United States by August. So as I was making this, I realized that for me, 2020 was kind of a roller coaster. There were so many ups and downs that year. And I had a really big health scare in September. Those of you who watch my channel regularly probably know that already, but I had some testing done and it ruled out the scary things. So virtual learning became kind of a thing in September when the kids went back to school or didn't go back to school. And Allie started working at a school and teaching Zoom classes, and it was just so interesting to watch. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and here I am just drawing this adorable little coffee mug. So the year just kept getting weirder and weirder, but I decided to draw a little ghost for Halloween. Trump got diagnosed with COVID, so I was marking that down here. And then I hit 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yay, thanks guys. And I started binge watching Schitt's Creek. And I love that show, and it's hilarious, so I thought I'd put it in there. Now we are into November when we had the presidential election. When I do lettering like this, I definitely like to put the marker in first and then outline it. You can do it the other way, but it will look sloppier, especially with these paint pens. So I think it's important to note that. So we had a huge COVID spike here in the United States in November. It got a lot worse. And I was afraid to go anywhere, honestly. Joe Biden won the election. And my daughter Kaylee came home for Thanksgiving, and I hadn't seen her in like a year. So I was super excited about that. In December, we got news that the vaccine was ready, and wow, that was good news. So I don't know about you, but I'll be like the first in line to get mine when I can. Thought I'd draw a little Christmas tree there, and I did travel to Boston for some health testing. No, I do not have any results really yet. The doctors kind of don't know what's going on. And my son Michael moved back home temporarily, so I am just writing that down here. Okay, now that I finished with all the months, I thought I would just go in and put in more details. So I am outlining the word memories over here because I think it'll just make it stand out more on the page. And then I decided to do the same thing for 2020. I just think it makes it look so much cuter to have that black outline. And then I just decided to put lines at the top for emphasis. And since I outlined those other words, I decided to outline all of that at the bottom because I think it just looks really cute, and obviously it needed it. Now I'm just labeling each month of the year with the Stabilo pen, which I discovered during this that I absolutely love. And I decided I was going to go around the outside edges of these clouds because I just figured I could not make it work to switch the other ones. I thought it would be cute to add white polka dots to 2020, and then once I did that, I decided to keep going with it and just put white dots all around the outsides of all the clouds, and I think it turned out really cute that way. And now I'm just drawing little arrows that will guide you through each month of the year. And now I'm just putting pink polka dots on the word weird. Wow, that took me a long time. I decided, as you can tell in the end, to go all out and put in white polka dots on the clouds. I know I said like it looks too busy with it outlined, but I decided that I didn't want to try to cover this up because I felt like it would get messed up. So I decided to put it over here. And then once it was there, I was like, why not just go for it and make it even more busy? So that's why I put the polka dots on, and I kind of like it actually. And I still have pencil lines that I need to erase. I'm going to let it like dry for tonight and then go back in tomorrow and erase the pencil lines because I don't want to mess with it. I don't want anything to smear. It's pretty cool, right? I think it's a fun start to my bullet journal, and it will be really fun to look back on this page later on and, you know, see what dumpster fire 2020 was. There's some good things in here too, some weird things and some good things, but But yeah, so there you have it. Let me know what you think of this and of like me doing some bullet journal videos. It's only going to be probably 2, maybe 3 a month because, like I said, this is really time consuming. So it's not something I'm going to do, every day or anything like that. And it's not a planner, it is a specialty page kind of thing. So yeah, so that was really fun for me. And I will post a finished picture on Instagram. You can check that out. And let me know in the comments, like if you've ever done a page like this where you went month to month and sort of highlighted everything that happened that year. I want to do this every year because I think it's going to be just really useful. And I like to remember when things happen. And sometimes, I look back on the years and I'm like, when did that happen? But this way I'll have a record, right? So, all right. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.